Don't forget that ibuprofen for your back and that therapy for that emotional damage from the Dad Rock playlist. You're gonna need it. Go take a sit. Go take a load off. Crack open a beer. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the penultimate quests leading up into the finale of Stormblood, the base Stormblood, rather. We're still missing Shinryu. I do have out of game, out of context. I didn't know Shinryu is in base. We have 5 quests left. I have no idea how Shinryu is going to fit into this. This is going to be absolutely wild if there are only 5 quests left. Because we're also going to be also hitting the Zenos, right? We're also hitting Zenos. Is it Fordona? I can't remember her name. We are hitting the culmination of a few quest lines here. And this Day of the Night guarantee is going to be post, but we'll see where this goes. I'm very curious. I think Michelle Branch would actually be considered Mom Rock now, wouldn't she? All You Wanted by Michelle Branch. Oh, you know what would also be Mom Rock now? What's the Camp Rock song? I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Let the light shine on me. Fordola, yes, thank you. Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. That song is probably counted as Mom Rock now. You're welcome. One could argue that a High School Musical could be considered dad mom material at this point. Let's just take a second to think about that. That High School Musical could hypothetically be considered a dad and mom movie. Avril Lavigne, yeah. For all of their accomplishments, Crow remains out of the hands of an enemy, and for I was wondering if I could have done more. We know that she was taken to the city. We have found nothing which might tell us where she's being held. How much of the cast now has kids? I don't remember. Well, who was the main actress? Was that Vanessa Hudgens? I can't remember who that was. Her name is escaping me right now. Zac Efron. Selentatsky actually went over Zac Efron recently in a clip on stream. You know, you could just ask me, hi, Dad Cred, how you doing? I legitimately almost read that as Dad Cred. Dad Cred, what have you learned? Hi, Than Cred. She'll spare you the particulars of my infiltration. Simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She's being held within the residential district south of the city proper. Factor into the ruins of an old temple in the Fist of Rhaegar, with which the Imperialists have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garlands with the power to manipulate ether in pursuit of the goal their scientists have, I'm sorry to report, for many questionable experiments on living subjects, which is what we saw in the last dungeon. Why? Nani? I don't know, he's pretty dad cred. This aesthetic goes hard. If he goes harder, I'm in. How many Final Fantasy 14 people have said that in regards to... You know what? We're going to move on. Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing all the Mhigo corridor. This just gives us reason to do it faster. I entered next to the facility and stowing aboard Imperial transports. That is a method suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that the direct assault and rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. You might know someone who can help. One of my men, he had an idea of how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. Oh, please tell me this is going to be Nero. No, it's not Nero. It's been a while. I'm going to take a vex you don't remember. Might not even be glad of it. It's Alagana, am I right? Whiskar is the name of it. Raised in the Peaks, but my mom grew up in the city. Anyway, I reckon we can get inside Mhigo Quarter by way of Lock Sled. Ow. Story my mom told me, which made me think of it. She was always going on about life like when she was a girl, see how they used to have to boil water from the well before they could drink it since it was full of salt. People in the South have to do that. Well, I mean, people ever have to do it. That's a South. I was watching Billy Hubbard TikToks, and he's like, y'all ever had to boil creek water to wash your hair? And I'm like, this is a mood. This is an entire mood. Drawing salt water from the locks, which means that there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Salt mine, yeah. Alright, that's it, but it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed. See, apparently Theodric decided that he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading, so even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. That time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded and ended up working at the saltery. I need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. Certain he does, and I could take it to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't worry about that. We're used to dangerous. Mhigo and Arenvald will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. He's busy trying to one-up Sid right now. I can see it. I can see the Sid-isms. There's Sonny Then not wasting more time, shall I? Sid Grandpa had kept the key with them at all times as a lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well, we'll see. Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready? So we'll do a few Imperial patrols, are way worse. I have to disband the party. You're gonna have to give me a minute. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip the script a little bit. And we're gonna play Samurai for this one. As long as I turn in the next quest. Like, as long as I turn it in, I still get XP. And real spin go pretty well. How about you, Quetzal? I do like the Samurai drip. I do like that Heaven's Turn happened and I was able to get the Samurai set finally. I am now full Scorpion Clan. I'm ready. Haha! I do have my dash now. I have the fun Samurai kit. I would argue till 50. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag. Fine, be that way. I didn't want to kill that Soblin. Is that a Salt Doblin? Is that what that is? So if someone was wondering, Kip, what's your thoughts on Samurai? Well, one, I got it to 90, and we're just now finishing base. Samurai is actually quite nutty. I actually rather enjoy it when I remember my rotation. It's a trap. Barrel. Placing reaction straps and bars and emergency brake line. Ooh, yeah, that's... Well, as long as you guys are technologically savvy. I mean, like, it shouldn't be an issue, hypothetically. I love that it doesn't even, like, actually unlock the map for us, but it's an instance, to be fair. Here while she's in touch, cause not laughing. Amazing. Okay, where is this thing? Oh, I forget the Ezio Carbuncle. Sigilus here is a rust practically melted off. Not with the wrench. Oh, I believe it. No, rust gets rough. I need to get a, there's like a, you can, there's a, what is it, like a Home Depot or Lowe's size industrial bucket. There's some like sort of like rust derustiner or whatever. You just throw a bunch of shit in and it apparently just eats off all the rust. I need to get one of those. That is a queer device. That is very strange. It's a trap. Oh, sure, you triggered the obvious trap. Don't worry about it, Thancred. You don't need to know. It's fine. Everything's fine. Where is he? You're back here. I ain't done with you. Corrosion X is what you need. I feel like just having some of that on hand would actually be super legit.
Away with you.
All right, you're done. Really? When did you get here? Get back here. I ain't done with you. The sum of their parts will equal, it seems like it equals more damage than what each of them do. So for example, you have to Hakaze Shifu Kasha. It seems like when you actually get around to the finishing bit, like this Setsugeka, it seems like it does a lot more damage. So you have to effectively just building it. That's all it is. Riddle with bullets. Don't worry. They were low, exactly. They were low caliber. It's fine. Come on. There you go. Also, the fact that Higginbana is a very solid DOT. I love Higginbana. Especially because multiple, obviously if there's multiple samurai in a party, while your damage output may be capped, you definitely can get off multiple Higginbana. I mean, same with Black Mage and Thunder, right? We can stack multiple Thunders, you can stack multiple arrows, multiple poison arrows, and wind bites. DOTs are only intrinsic to, they're only intrinsic to the caster. I don't think there's a DOT in the game that actually is once per enemy. 45 and exactly. Make an damage find a diary belonging to a laborer. The last section makes mention of the plan to take shelter in these brain, whatever. Monastery. Fucking words. Why did I say masonry? Why are you following me? Oh, there's an enemy there. I know where I'm going. Build me diary quickly, apply DOT regularly. Right. No, it's great. No, I very much do like Samurai as a playstyle. And like, we're even in A Realm Reborn, right? Like, you don't have access to some of your cool things like Gyoten, which is your dash. You don't have Shinten. You don't have your, this one, Tsubame Geishi. If I execute the last in a chain, I can just execute it again. So for instance, if I'm going to be building up to Setsugeka, right? At 76 and above, I can just do another one right off the bat. It's actually quite good. And there's still buttons on the kit that I don't necessarily know what they do. But I mean, I have a fairly decent grasp on this class. It's great. I love it. Yes, they did. Nice. Is that a gunship by sea, or are you just excited to see me? And even then, like, it's got a 60-second timer on Higginbana. Black Mage only has, I think, 30 seconds for Thunder. So the fact that it's 60 seconds, it allows you to get off a couple rotations. Well, probably, like, I think you're pushing 4, if I had to say. It is a very good class, though. There is a reason that I got it to 90 so quick. Show has a good finisher, too. I don't know enough. I definitely have someone go ahead and probably teach me some of the basics at some point. But I mean, that's not gonna be really relevant until I get to, like, you know, end game, like Endwalker and a Dawn Trail. So I'll be fine. But no, it's great. I love the class. I'm actually very much loving it. There's a reason that I wanted to go through as Ninja, because I was already so high that I was just gonna push 90. Second DPS under Reaper. I thought Reaper was second. So the issue with Reaper, yes, has positionals. What is it, Gibbet and Gallows? But it really doesn't have positionals. With Samurai, you have to worry about rear and then flank. And I was under the impression that if you did your peak rotation, you would beat out Reaper. That being said, I would argue Reaper is the easier class to be able to just do raw damage with. Like, you hit a more consistent threshold for a lower skill ceiling, but you you don't have that higher cap. Top right now, they are swapping around per patch. They could be. They entirely could be. I don't know, and that's the thing. Someone in Endwalker that does Endwalker rating would have to really comment on that. I can, you know, say the various things I've heard, But, you know, I mean, they're at the very least, they're the top two, it seems. That's it. I'm the tank now. Ow. That was a dash. Well, and naturally in solo content like this, right? I mean, you're going to run into the issue. How the fuck do I hit my positionals with that? You really don't, because that's really not your goal. You really can't. Like, you have to have somebody tank that. But in like group play, yeah, no, your tank spins around and you just go ham. Like, okay, cool, yeah, I can hit my positionals. Back and forth between flank and rear. Yeah, no, that is definitely the safe spot. I always forget that you can do that last little bit. You don't have to fully swap between like 3, 9, and 3, 6, and 9. But no, they're both very good classes. I'm probably going to be doing Reaper through Shadowbringers, honestly. Because I kind of want to learn Reaper. I have the bar. Like, Rev ended up giving me his bar. I have the bar. The issue becomes I don't know how to utilize it. Dark and Imperial appears to be blocking the interest. I'm gonna kill that shield generator. I'll get to the shield generator. What was the Star Wars meme with the shield generators? Oh, it's been too long. I have way higher damage. Oh, those are Vuln stacks. I sure do love eating my Doritos. Embrace Monkey. I'm a tank for the next 10 seconds. I hear Monk. Yeah, Monk gets really... I was doing a Nidhogg trial once. Just regular Nidhogg in queue, right? In Trials queue. And, like, it was wild because I, as Warrior, and the Monk were up. And the Monk outlasted me because we were the last two alive. It was wild. I got it. Yes, I do have to eat my Vuln snacks to grow up big and strong. I do love me some Vuln snacks. Cool Rancher Spicy Nacho. I think these would be classified as Spicy Nacho. This is it, the monastery. It should be around here somewhere. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Was I actually on point? Wait, it's me, Whisker, your grandson. Okay, is that really you? Secret tunnel. I haven't well that, but who are these other ones? The Resistance, granted, my comrades in arms. I don't know. I didn't watch Zoids. Oh, the Thumbanos and the Mad King, did she? And Tafsod's never caught me either. It wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations here. Make our family proud. Key get da 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 da. Roggar's my witness. That is a very accurate buckler. Very Potlet-esque. And I actually need to swap back to Ninja because I need that XP. Nah, Samurai's fun. Samurai's great. That was a short little, hey, here's what I did with Samurai for a bit. Wasn't at the Salt Route, found him in the end. I think that's key. Time to find the underwater tunnel. Oh, I'm sure I'll learn about the Mad King later. Dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath residential. This should be no problem for keeping me. Thanks to Kojin's blessing, but the rest of you, have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. What an absolute just Chad. The fan artists are gonna have a field day with that. Arnbold's unit. You can't swim. I am aware of that. Thank you. But that's neither here nor there. Given that I lack both the Kojin blessing and Thancred's international lung capacity. Of course, didn't mean anything by it. Nothing at all. Thancred let me head down to the water's edge. Alphino and Whisker can rejoin outside the gates for us to let them in. Raise his eyebrow. Exactly. Yeah, Thancred could hold his breath for 10 minutes. Whoa, definitely nothing here that the fan artists aren't gonna just meme into the ground. No, sir. Actually, dragons in a lot of mythos can swim. How many, Thancred? I need a number. I need a number. Oh, God, I love this game. I feel right at home. That is a Fimsh. Why are there Fimsh? There is no water. Oh, I guess there is water, actually. That's not deep enough to swim in, Fimsh. That's the funny, yeah. Yeah, that is... I don't know, some cats like water, which is interesting and strange. Like a good as place as any. Here you dive into the briny deep. Oh, hi, Urianger. Just strolling up into a heavily contested part of an occupied zone. Okay, how you doing? What are you doing, Urianger? What are you doing here? Must often inform me your plan. I said hasten to your side. When Mistress Alice told me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, therefore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some days of deliberation, a few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived. Stop speaking in cursive, damn you! Be a solution to the problem of preternatural pre-science. Was furnishing with this versus my labors that I came. That is a stick. Isn't this Moonbreeda's? Yes, this is her staff. 6 I've informed for the basis of my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate this inner presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. You know, fair enough. I respect it. No, you have imparted enough information. It was Marida's time. It is not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal and return. So here's the shitty thing, is that I know that Hydaelyn is a trial. I don't know how. I don't know when. I'm assuming Shadowbringers. But thank you, Google, for spoiling that Hydaelyn is in fact a trial. Thanks, Google. People in chat already. Oh no. Some kind of elvish. Can't read it. Dragon Lady, Dragons. Oh, hell yeah. I will have to take a look into that. You. Fuck you. I don't actually know where I'm going. I don't know if there's any instance quests or not, actually. I'm going to give leader to you, because you do all of these things a lot better than I can. I was going to say, exactly, yeah. I will definitely check it out. We'll probably check it out in the intermission, if that's okay with you. Put him back. Maybe? Am I just dumb or just blind? I'm pretty sure I'm just dumb and blind. No, it's got to be up here. No, see, that's half the fun, is it's trying to figure out where the fuck I'm going. I am dumb and blind. Now, you're right, Rev. You didn't have to say it. But you know what? Fair enough. What the hell? Yeah, I'm aware that it says down. How down? There's a water over there. Okay, that makes sense. Then the quest marker should be over here, right? No, I'm aware that you can go underwater. The quest marker just wasn't leading there, so that's the part that was confusing me. Yeah, no, this makes sense. Oh, you know what I can summon, though? Sorry, Rev, I can't do it. I can summon. Where are you? Get back here. The fattest of cats. Look at him. He sinks like a brick. You know, that was worth the price of admission. You know what? Fair enough, actually. That was worth the price of admission. The magical he implored on Charlie. This fucking cat, it's killing me. Thankred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. Okay. Not minion guide. Oops, that's not the one. I raise you. Grab. He floats like a stone. That's not that Pokemon meme. He do in fact float like a stone. Chunky, if you will. Dare I say, thick. Mega Crab is absolutely based, and I love him. Alright, so we're gonna need to exit this facility. I don't know what to do with these. Another viewpoints. I don't know what to do with them. Raises middle disease swims onward. Exactly. Thankred don't wait. Rising well and fast. I believe it. 100%. I see that PvP reward. I do love that PvP mount. The little rabbit ear one. I don't know what it is, but it's good. It's cool. It's fun. Who needs Beastman's blessing anyways? So can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Okay, there's a fanfic writer or an artist out there that is going to definitely take that out of context. Nope. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to point it out. If you don't get it, I'll tell you when you're older. Just know that right there is the meme. Like, nope, not going into it. Tell us our friends. Hashtag Final Fantasy 14 out of context. Head up these stairs. We need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. With the crabs, I'll tell you when you're older. Fuck. Oh. Second, I'm gagging. Forgive me for saying the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we are 3 on our own. It would be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Hey, don't talk shit about the Lalafels. Obviously, but once our guests are, we'll be free to head towards the research facility with Crowls being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will move quickly, see that you do not fall behind. All set. Is this another... I gotta leave again. Fuck! So many single instances. Grace palming to you're welcome. you're welcome. Thank Crit Fix. I believe it. Oh, hold up. I can just hide. Oh, people were pissed when I figured out you could cheese Kugane with that. Oh, they were upset. What do you mean you hate me? It's just logical. It makes sense. Jesus, Thancred, would you like to tell us how you did that? Like to tell us how you just leaped like 40 feet in one direction? See, he hides. See, it's just logical. Nice. It's not, you see, it's not cheese, it's intended game mechanics, yes. PhD in infiltration, Thancred does. More than just moves. You know, I hate that, but I also love this image. I love that he just yeets like 40 feet. Don't mind me, just being sneaky like. Do I have access? I have access to Shikuchi. I have access to this. It's not as far. It was an espionage, yeah. Like I do in Skyrim. Well, fucking, it's been years since. So I tried Skyrim like earlier in early 2023, and I got a decent. I got like a level 15 or whatever. I really probably should play it on stream. I think a lot of people would find enjoyment with how I like to break and play games. The guard checks in cycle, and then you started exactly. I feel like Dream Within a Dream should do something more. Like it should, like I'm thinking of Dream Within a Dream like Genji's shift his dash, because when you get at least how Genji used to work in Overwatch was when you shifted into somebody and got the kill, it automatically reset. So I'm confusing Overwatch with how Ninja plays. Not Dragonborn, heck yes. Hey, right. Generally, I go melee. I don't like going stealth or sneaky archer, but as it turns out, everything gets homogenized into a sneaky archer at some point. Directly into Presser's safe, and the Presser had no idea how. Amazing. Changes during the night. It could entirely change. Because, I mean, Ninja, I think, just needs some more consistent DPS. As of right now, as of level 70 Ninja, it is very bursty, and I don't know how an 80 and 90 show up is the thing. Like, it could change in the next 20 levels. It's very bursty, but once you are all gas for 30 seconds, and then you are on cooldown for a minute and a half. Yeah, with Bethesda doing that surprise update, right? Yeah, I left a lot of people in with a bad taste in their mouth with that. What do you mean, Dragon Miqo'te? I could do that if Dawn Trails, if they're revealed Saturday. There it is. That's a cyborg guy. You would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Wow, we're getting right to that point. That is, in fact, Ether. Gives me sniper, shotgun, and pistol. To be fair, sniper pistol is generally what I go to in games like Battlefield, Bad Company 2.
I can read your every move.
Can you, though? Because it seems like you just went right by me. Oh, okay, so you have to use it on cooldown. Right, because that's actually guarding her. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Can I stun her? I can stun her. I feel like the music doesn't quite fit, but I need to see where this leads. Because I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. But I don't quite hear it right now. Don't quite hear it being on theme, on brand, if you will. Look at that mug.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Well, I'm sure you will. That's dirty.
How could I lose?
He's also drawing way too much of this. Out the boss to hear her track. I mean, it's gonna take her a second anyways. Because she actually has a gigantic health pool. Because you're not worth the time on. You're not worth the 4 of ours attention. You know, at least I kind of need you to pick up the pace a little bit. Nope. No, sir. That's fine. I'll eat that hit. I will not eat that hit, though. That sounds awful. Like, I'm waiting for the beat to drop, but it's not quite there. No, she is not stunnable then. Okay. Her hitbox will count on her as well.
Let's finish this!
What do you mean, finish this? I've been fighting you for the past 2 minutes. Oh, wait, no, it was Lise. Whoops.
If only you knew the power!
Such devastation, was it not your intention? So she's not dead yet. I don't know. That one was a little strange for me. If you're having issues with the stream, I would close out of Twitch and hop back in. Not fast enough to dodge a laser beam, are we? Well, she is, I guess, ether charged. Wow, okay. Just open palm her. Jesus.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not.
Oh, but you will. Without your tricks, you're nothing.
That's the one.
Conrad, Mefrit, your own comrades. I should kill you here and now for what you did.
She won't.
But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Or you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
You were fighting to appease an occupation. Nice. Nice parry. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna ring. That is a massive headache
You're
incoming.
slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
Yeah, accurate. Yes. You can sense her. Where is she?
Now, my friend!
I guess Thancred saw which pot it was, didn't he? I've seen, it's been a while, but yeah, no, open-handed monks in D&D, E4, you were really, really nutty. Because they got massive bonuses. Hi, Kral. Small.
Croyle!
Alphana? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once.
Yes.
Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
Listen to you. Talking like you've already won. Zenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power echoing that of the icons.
Is this the reveal?
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come, and here you are, his willing prey.
Mm-hmm.
You and your friends are dead, just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
Killing gods is our speciality, though.
No. You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
To be fair, with how strong Yida's open hand was, if she actually punched her, she would probably die.
1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Luck on your pulse. What a relief to have finally found her. Through our greatest challenge, it lies ahead of us. In the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. Could not say without everyone's help. Thancred, Lisa, Yanja, and of course you. So much more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fridol's ominous words for one. Well, what are you thinking? Is this the final? Is this the finale? Because if this is the finale, I figure let's do something a little spicy. So you may watch the world exactly. If this is in fact the finale, we're gonna do it. I am gonna come out to play. My fucking stupid ass outfit. Yeah, stream 14. Yeah, welcome. How's it going? We are finishing, or at least getting towards the end of the Stormblood base. Or they're still in there. Yeah, no, the Mako pods I definitely drew last VOD, as it were. I drew parallels to that. This has gone to deliver Fridol into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Mhigo and her men to hold the residential district standing nearby. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates to commence their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I'll remain here. My search for Kyle took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with the defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. And Asada shall instruct our involved and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetherite, as I recall, with Miqo'te. It's fine, as long as I don't burn XP. Like, as long as the turn-in is gonna be... That's an elephant. The turn-in, I just have to make sure that I'm doing it as Ninja. No, Staff of the Demon is probably one of the best, like, Black Mage staves in the game. I love it. It's an Aetherite, or Ether Current. At that point, that might be a cash and cookies thing. I don't remember how to troubleshoot that Twitch client side gets very, very weird. Caching cookies, I've heard, has been a fix in the past, but I don't know. Without knowing your current specs and stuff, I don't actually know. Assuming it's this way. Kinda, yeah. I could see it. I could see the theme kind of going similar. We're still not in the 70 quest line, which is interesting. Crowd's good to see you. I feared the worst. Wasn't your fault. You saved me and all of you. Thank you. We'll be departing shortly from Port Pretoria, rejoining the main host. Arnvaldo would have the unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the resistance troops in the coming battle. Instead, I won't let you down. Especially refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Yes. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Let's be off then. Alright, where's Raban? Oh, he's all the way fucking back here. Well, yeah, he stayed at the rear. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, alternatively, Twitch could be seeing heavy bandwidth as a heads up. It could be seeing it. I mean, it's Thursday. It's not Friday. It could be a number of things. See, you can probably, since I'm an affiliate, you could probably lower the quality too, see if that helps. I do broadcast in 1080, which is a chunk of data to actually stream.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial Commander. What are you after, a medal?
Probably. What of it?
Do
I get one? Shiny medal, please?
I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Zenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
I mean, the obvious is Shinryu.
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Maybe.
Very possibly.
There are two of them.
The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Sid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Lise. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Zenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl. Even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Oh.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude.
But who's the individual?
This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
Who are the people with... Are these Galmegans, maybe?
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
he just shows up places. Love this
In calling
man.
upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began.
Right.
A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react.
Right.
To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
I mean, it's kind of similar to Six Paths Sage Mode when you think about it, right? How there's the very famous scene after Naruto and Sasuke get their amp from Hagoromo, and Madara does Jinton Inton Raiha, right? He does his Palpatine Thunder Strike, but then he also does Sage Art Light Fang. I don't remember what the it was like Senpo. I don't remember what it was, but it was where he spit the beam of light from his mouth, and because it's moving at the speed of light, Naruto didn't necessarily dodge the beam so much as his Six Path Sage Mode was able to enable him to preconceive what Madara was about to do. So thus being able to, at the last second, jerk and avoid the Sage Art Light Fang. So I guess similar enough in a sense to Sage Mode, I guess?
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
That's the one.
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
Right. It's late at night, right? Late at night, say you and your buddy are hunting, or you and your buddies are walking over to a store or something like that. It's pretty quiet, right? So you can kind of hear some birds chirping, maybe some squirrels moving around, stuff, just rustling about. And then your buddy just sets off an air horn right in your ear when you're trying to, listen for very minute details. It's overstimulation. Like it's gonna hit you like an absolute train, and you're gonna punch your buddy in the face.
How ingenious.
Let's just say Naruto is one of my favorite series for that, for
Success of
reasons.
Your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Yeah,
Indeed,
flash me with
Master
NVDs, right?
Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Zenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Mhigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
I mean, there's a giant dragon that still has to get addressed. The fuck you mean me? Just the face. Oh, God. Black Mage is truly the shitpost.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be in Zenos' boots. Not with the likes of us coming to get him. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
Another upside down strawberry.
It is time we join the main host.
It's my purple party hat. What do you want from me?
Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
You can tell I came from RuneScape.
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
That's the one. Alright, where are we going? General, is there aught? Can I do this as final preparations? Just Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position. We're ready to commence the assault. Narman's been notified Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors. You're instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragon Song Roar. You're a hero of the people and a symbol of hope. Someone judges as an empty gesture, or at worst a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. Death flags. I mean, Lise is standing out. She's had a lot of character progression in this past arc. I need to see a little more information before I can truly give. Hey, Amric, how's it going? That you should be the one to bring me word. By the Furious, good to see you, my friend. You who stood with us in our direst hour will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Though each card's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go a small way in redressing the balance. So, bro, Amric. I'm just trying to make an Amric bro joke. On the Vanguard table, yeah. Hi, Connie Senna. It's been a while. What are you doing here? What's happening? All is ready, very well. The many will fall in the coming battle. How many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There's a time for peace, a time for war. And the matron understands this. We who have received of hers Nelmus's blessing go now to stand with the Eorze and her children. It's fine then, though this is not my theater of choice. We will play our part, our cannons. Care not either way. Hi, Miss Bird. How's it going? Battery has sunk enough ships to fell a fleet. Unlikely to be bested by a gate. Accurate. All right, I do need to swap back to Ninja really quick. I had to redo all my classes because I started losing them. I started losing track of what number they were. He do be flexing. What an absolute Chad. No, the plot armor isn't, unless it's the main character. I mean, it's not really a thing. But even then, we've seen Zenos absolutely just pummel us this expansion. That's done then. Thank you, Lieutenant, for humoring an old bull. Love this armor. I'd argue that's a good story, though, is that it throws up false debt flags that keeps you guessing, and it invests you into the characters because sometimes they have valid progression, sometimes they don't have. Sometimes progression that seems like it's a death. Raban and Pippin, right? You thought, oh, this is going to be a death flag, and it didn't. And they're still here. It's, I would argue, a mark of a good story. He used to be guessing. He has a purple coat. Resistance force in the Alamigan corridor ready to wait for a signal. I'll have to do but the deed itself. Stuttering for me? No, game's fine to me. Like when I tab out when the screen goes black, I mean, because I tab out of it, like I lose frame rate, but that's just the option I have set. Alright, I must go to my men and should be leading the first charge through the breach. We shall head to the front. Pippin has commanded our artillery outside the gate. He will not be hard to find. Before we go, I have one final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He will understand. I love that all the sounds just popped in all at once. Measure of his reach. Is that a small joke? Is this in or out of the... This is out of the Alamigan corridor. Guessing because you predict things. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I've predicted things. I've predicted several things. However, like earlier today, last VOD, if it were, right? Like, oh no, Zenos is going to use the cannon. Just because we say he isn't going to, he is going to. I can call that from a mile away. Doesn't mean it's a bad story. Just because and that's the thing is, I guess I'm also, I regularly predict things that other people don't, not just in 14, but other games and other media as well. Small like Kip. I am very small. That is a tree. I read that as Queen's card. And I just had flashbacks to the Queen card song. Not a gator. That's a gator. Well, remember, my internet's also been having some issues as of late, right? How I have, my internet has just been crashing midstream and stuff for me. So it could just be rolling issues with infrastructure. The Cult of Small is, in fact, just the Thaumaturge Guild in Ul'dah. That is, in fact, the Cult of Small. 15, do you like playing card? No, the K-pop song Queen card. I can't play it because copyright. But if you've seen, many Genshin memes have been made over that song. I'll do the final gambit as Black Mage. I've been itching to actually crack my knuckles as Black Mage for a minute on synced content. As long as I can position, fine. I mean, as long as I stay alive, I'll be fine. Turtle. I like turtles. Oh my god, how many years has it been since I like turtles? Whenever set it back into it. We can play it in the intermission. There's a Farina version of it. It's such a weird song, but I mean, it's manufactured to be catchy, if that makes sense. Fuck, I went all this way for nothing, didn't I? Yes, I did. This he recently. Oh, did he really? What an absolute legend. Embrace Farina. I do like me some Farina. Well, we did the reaction to that's a thing. We did the reaction to her character trailer like last Tuesday as of this stream, right? And I'm just like, no, there are some character flags she has that she's dealing with some shit. Want that ether current. Fuck you. The hell is this? Anyways, is it like an elemental or what? God, was it really? It was really 2007, wasn't it? Oh my god. No item ahead message to heart. Nope, never. I still trust messages from people in Souls games. That is a damn mistake. I will tell you that right fucking now. Thank you. Wisp Mother, my beloved. It's a salt demon. It's made of salt. It's salty. Exactly. It's just a League player. Oh my god. Alphano, what have you got there? Have a box. Box of chocolates a bit. Let's see. No, I've seen part of that cutscene. Oh, wait a minute. That's his other sword, right? Huh. Everything my father thought to achieve a weapon claimed on the blood sands with fortune and glory. Its flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. Oh my god. Bequeathed to me now to carry his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but be damned, this is his final battle. I really like Raubon's throwing up a lot of death flags, personally. Let's begin. We will not hesitate till it's over. Are you ready, my friend? Well, and there could be the, story aspect of him going to meet Ilberd, saying we did it, we liberated Mhigo. There is that as well. Brace yourselves, it should be quite a spectacle. ... Vice Marshal, Imperial unit approaching from the north. Aiming to destroy artillery, are they? How many? Numbers unconfirmed, at least one squadron, but they're wolfmen. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hell, that's all we needed. Help the Bloodsworn, tell them to make ready. These wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land, and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of the kin would be forfeit. Helman has been liberated. No reason to continue seeing their Imperial masters. You urge them into battle. I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. No, this is a good call by Alphino. Yeah, because I don't think they realize that Doma has been liberated. That information was probably kept from them. It may be more time to prepare, but if there is a chance that this conflict may be avoided, as those who must take it, go then, but be quick. A one-handed sword for Pippin is a damn dark entity, right? Matt, when there's possible hundreds of players doing this on launch, that must have been a time. That must have been amazing. I wasn't playing 14 at that point in time, which is, unfortunate. But to be fair, I didn't have the ability or drive or people to play it with that I do now, right? God, this must have been wild. I'm getting me Claymore, exactly. I live in a rest. Steal yourself, my friend, though. I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence. It would seem wise to prepare for the worst. Fine. I can do this as ninja. They do have Garland uniforms, yeah. You cleared the road. Wars of Dome. My name is Alphino Olivier. I come before you with news of great import. Stand upon the battle, be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yotsuyu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there. We helped him. There's no need for you to fight for Zenos. Lord Hien is dead and you are a liar. What could you do against Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? My lord's name again at your prayer. We will suffer no falsehoods. Well, the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain. Your claims were true. We would gladly sheathe our blades and embrace as brothers. But since they must surely false, we would be traitors to accept our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Yep. Words are air. You will. Words, brain. Words are air. You must prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield or die in dishonor. Must fight. Yeah, no, we must fight to prove that we need not fight. Exactly. You're good over here. Would you like some DOT Alphino? I need you to stop with that. Trial by combat, yeah. Well, depending if it was non-lethal damage or not. You're no stranger to battle, that much is plain. I'm the white, I am Hakuro, and I will be your opponent. Have at you. See, at that point, you could use something like an Eastern style, like a style from Doma or something from Doma in your fighting style to, hey, where did you get this information? Where did you get this style? You could, hypothetically. About there. They're just wandering hazards. That could also be his repentance, if true.
Pull yourself together.
He is definitely a strong opponent to be able to throw this many AoEs and stuff out. He is definitely a cut above the rest. Because you notice the one, but like, oh, well, they're just giving this some bullshit attacks. No, like, look at the before, right? How much damage and what they were doing and how many it took to achieve even a similar goal, right? Now, with him, right? Look how strong he is. Look how much he really is just that much different. He is that a cut above. And he's probably had to do stuff for the Garlean Empire that he doesn't like. So it could be a form of atonement. It could entirely be. To which he seizes. I think there's a dead tree in the middle of the road. Hi, everybody. Fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men and perhaps even me, but you did not. For this, I thank you. Warriors brave and true. Pray tell us the entire battle of Doma's liberation. Should be glad to do so. In return, such joyous news this brings us. For Lord Gosetsu to perish, and the keep's last to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. You knew him well, aye. He would not suffer us to mourn him with so much undone, and so we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation and your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one with fang and claw. Shall we rip them, rip open the throats of our masters? This the White swears. Think you when our war is ended, I'm certain your Lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Curious thing destined to have us meet on with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world, but we shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Let's not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. Small, cult of small, cult of small. That gate stands no chance against the cult of the small. This does leave the rest of Eorzea open, though, unless there's a token force left behind.
Ah, you are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful? The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation. They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Here, here. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates.
I would agree. Yeah, fuck those gates.
Thaumaturges, forward!
Oh, yeah.
Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno!
Highest magical DPS in the game, baby! I like that it's not the cannons, because the cannons are not as effective as this.
Now give me a curse and winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth!
Right, because you're heating it up and then you are you're going to be cooling it down, and then it's going to make it brittle so it shatters.
All cannons, fire at will.
I guess to be fair,
Say we neglected to knock.
it preps the cannon, to be fair, because now it's very brittle. Now it's because right, you heat something up and then you cool it down, right, and it tempers, well, retempers. That's why in like an SCA and stuff you can't heat up your own blades and do stuff like that, because it will actually fuck up some of the blades. Really? Yep, there it is. There's the.
Damn that armor! We nearly had it.
There's the Air Force. Hi, Ian. Didn't expect to see you here, but I'm glad you are. Nice.
Is that...
That's not Hrastfulgar, is it? No, that's just Bird. That's what, y'all?
Eorzean brothers and sisters, Doma has come to pay her debts.
We did actually knock.
Lord Ian?
And now the Wolfman will see, the Lupin will see him.
Forward, my friends, for freedom and justice.
Big fucking gate.
All cannons resume fire.
Knock, 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 knock. And with that, the door is breached. Hi, you giddy.
We're through. The way is clear.
Impeccable timing. Those Domans, come comrades. The enemy gate is down. Forward! This should be the last one. Battle for Mhigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. Lieutenant Alfino, may I ask you to be part of that first charge? It would be an honor. I will join them, but as another soldier. He's preparing Pippin. Command the flames will leave in your capable hands, Pippin. That is the passing of the torch. So you come along too. All right, who's here? Well, it's Lise and him. Okay, are involved. Y'shtola really is out to just miss the. Yeah, I guess Sword Coma does that. They just told me to go with you to bring Zenos account for everybody. Malamegan too, in case anyone's forgotten my place in the thick of it. Doesn't get thicker than what you'll be in. We'll just sally forth then. Together we shall make the royal palace there to find and strike down Zenos. Nearly getting bisected does that, yeah. Not having she's not having a great time right now. She got very close. Is Mhigo? It's gonna be in leveling. It's not as 80. All right, I have to do this because I actually haven't done anything Black Mage on level, so I will be entering as Black Mage. The hell is that? What is Ratatouille? What's that? Critical vitality, skill speed. I will absolutely take that. Thank you for that. I will pop that as soon as we're in. Well, I guess we're in instant queue, aren't we? Pumpkin version. Is it a 70 dungeon? Okay. This soundtrack goes hard. All right, tank leads the way. Just keep an eye out for something. Okay. I am very much liking how, while the Imperial influence is here, certain Alamegan aspects are still present, such as the architecture, the market stalls and stuff. I'm actually very much liking that. Okay, we're going. I will adjust. Fucking missed that. Do we have tank stance on? Throws out for whatever nation this is, right? I really have gotten a little better at Black Mage. I will take that, actually, because that would have been very hard for me many, many hours ago. Imperial fencing. I have to really be careful, though, is the issue around some of these things, because I will straight up lose my my crystal buffs. Yeah, so no, Fowl's a really good AoE, actually, for pulls. I could have actually thundered on the end of that. Nice. Yeah, you can tell there's blockades and stuff in the city. Is that a crab? What is that? Ooh, I don't want any part of that. That was actually a very good trap, though. Very good trap by the Garlean Empire. I will give them that. 2. I can do you. I can do you. I can ice you. I'm not popping ley lines on purpose. We haven't really had reason for me to quite yet. I think this is the first time I've actually done Black Mage on stream in a while, actually. I have a completely different play style than when I first attempted this. Can I make it? Can I make it? Is it gonna? Oh, there we go. Woo! Okay. 1, 2. There's another. So there's a scorpion here. I saw that. Yep, that is the scorpion from 7. Yes, it is. It exists. All right, this is where I pop my ley lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Split cast. 1. 2. Where's my between the lines? Come on. There you are. Mine. 2, 3, 4. I don't have, I do not have Paradox, because that's 90s. But I'm perfectly fine with that. 3, and that will be a... I do not have access to Despair either. Good to know, actually. Right, because then that is going to have a lasting AoE. We're going to cast that. We're going to extend this. I can make that. Swap. Triple cast. 1, 2, 3. I guess nope, we're not going to go foul. It's okay. The Garland Empire has a contract with Shinra, right? You know, I feel like I can somewhat compete with Rev on DPS, and it's wild to say because he is one of the highest physical DPSs in the fucking game. So I'll take that. Oh, does she say it in the duty support? Oh, that's legit. Does it say tail up as well? Go ahead. Freeze. 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 Oh, yeah, we're dead. Nope. Now we're dead. Oh well, it happens. I do like the tail. The tail was a nice touch. Did I disintegrate? It's kind of metal as fuck. Read it too long. God, I've been craving fudge the past 2 weeks or so. All right, Rev, you're the tank, right? Oh my god, he is actually the floor tank now. Confirmed. Neat. He actually just did. God, they exactly. Oh, I don't have the emote. No, I don't. All right, who are we missing? Okay, we got you. Pull as big or small as you need to. I will adjust what I can on DPS. All right, let's go here. Triple cast, freeze. 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 Keep my chain going. Hinny was paced. Sometimes it'd be like that, though. I can activate foul, actually. Fun fact. Okay, now I can actually go do some damage. Flare Mage! Big hit incoming? Question mark? It always does less damage than I think it's going to. What did I miss? Oh, we're nearing the end of Stormblood. We're in about the last little bit of the base story. So we're getting close. Look, it's good to see you though, Jack. 2. They certainly have a health pool, is all I'm gonna say. Hence the Griffin. I don't like that. That's a lot of damage. 2, 3. No, I'm gonna lose my combo. No! Oh, fuck. Oh, can't be helped. Okay. Yeah, because really it's all about picking and choosing your targets. I have such long cast times. There's this thing again. Yeah, no, it's interesting how much more Magitech creations we're seeing as we get closer into the Garland. Like, I imagine the capital itself is going to have a lot of interesting stuff. 1, 2. I'll eat that hit. It's fine. Yeah, Paradox really kind of fixed some of the tempo issues, I would argue. 1, 2. You see artillery on the gate? Hell yeah. The hell is that? Alas Mal Osina. The hell is that? Look, it's not Needhog Extreme Solo, so I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, fire 1. 1. Nope, I do not need to be there. Between the lines, I can get 1 off potentially. I don't have despair yet, so I think it's 74.
I shall have to share these findings.
Oh, interesting.
Initiate soul extraction.
Oh. Okay. So that's the dude.
Success.
Yeah, he is tearing them right out of their bodies. That makes sense. We have to make it our way back to their body. Interesting.
Rebels.
Interesting. That is fucked up.
My word, this data.
We're gonna reset. 1, 2. That was fucked. That is in fact a guy in a chair. That was that scientist, if I thought. Huh. I don't like that. 1. No, it's not Hojo. No, I mean, it's the scientist from before who did the augmentations on Ferdona. And, what's his face over in, Doma. The set pieces are really great with the people fighting behind fenced off areas. It's very, very great. I can get 3 out of this. Nope, never mind. Nope, it's fine. We're just gonna focus that last one down. 2, 1. Ow. We saw that during Doma Castle too. So we're seeing a lot of recurring enemies here. I don't want that. Throw me there, Blizzard 4. I could have fouled that actually. Big damage. Slowly still buffering. It could just be a widespread issue as well. 1. Three. I think there's so many checkpoints they set up that readily is actually kind of nutty. Colossus. Nope, I'm not gonna make it. That's fine. I will triple cast that one. We're gonna get started. 2, foul 3. Thunder. Thunder. Nope, I'm gonna lose my combo. That's fine. If I can eat one hit, I'll be fine. Hence why I say I think Black Mage requires a little bit more game knowledge to really fucking fully utilize. Because you cannot be eating unnecessary hits. Like, I'm not even doing damage right now is the problem, right? Because I'm having to readjust. Now that I've readjusted. Big fucking hit. How you doing, big boy? It's been a minute. About to get bored with your Colossuses outside. But are you going to start off with the special sword this time? Or leave it to fate? No! Really? Right out the gate? Okay. Fair enough. Get some gas going. Interesting. Well, he is keeping us in there. Rend? Yep. Gotcha. Rend and kill. Surely he's not Shinryu, or hasn't taken Shinryu into himself. Surely not. Okay, those are his 2 attacks. Nah, I missed it.
Let this moment last forever.
Yep, there's the clones.
Kill.
2, 3. One, 2, 3. I've heard that laughter somewhere else in game. That's not native to just him. I also like that the fact it is the Dome and Castle theme is the one that's playing right now, actually. 1, 2, 3. Drop that, fire.
This is the end.
1. Is it though? Damage check.
Show me your roll.
2. You know, this is a lot less tight than I thought I would have to do, actually.
Just so.
I thought that Black Mage was going to be a lot tighter in this kind of content. Yep, I'm aware we have to kill the swords.
More!
1, 2, 3. Edge of the arena fucking hurts.
Have you the strength? The power to transcend.
Easy. I did it without one death. Well, at least in the boss fight. And that is us overcoming him. That is us being together, unifying the people of Eorzea in opposition and defiance of Zenos. But there's more. There's no sound. Notice that there's no sound. It didn't break. There's no sound. And thus we have the other cast rush in. Oh, there's just much. Oh, I'm sure I will. I will absolutely appreciate it. You know what? Fine. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. That was a really good run. All right, and I got to play Black Mage too. I'm very happy about that. We gave him a fight that he wanted. We stood as an equal to him now. We have come a long way in Stormblood.
Yes! Yes! Such ferocity. Such tenacity.
Oh, you can get a mount from that? Hell yeah. Not to farm that.
Loath to recall how disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally...
All I can see is juicy.
In the blood
I hate it.
of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt. It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular, to feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face. As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance.
Interesting. Fucking just juicy thick. I mean, we have to pursue him. We just don't get the ability to walk away from that.
Confound it. Go after Zenos, my friend. We shall deal with this.
No, I really like Zenos. As a personality type, I could get along with Zenos very well. Not so much his actions for the Garlean Empire. How did you do that? How the fuck did you do that?
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie.
I'm quite impressed, I assure you. Freaking out back there. You captured it. How?
The king
You have
of
Omega.
Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all.
Yeah, we're aware.
This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine. Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire. How raw the raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence. Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan hound to drive this icon into my arms. Oh my, have I said too much? Forgive me, this sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me.
Gonna give him his moment.
Then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
To do whatever's necessary.
You will not indulge me even with a simple reply, then? No. You think only of the fight to come. How alike we are.
There's a little bit of a difference.
A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your abilities. I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the resonant. I know so much more. All icons must be exterminated without exception. Such was the imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade. Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear! Fear of the Icons! Fear of their power! Cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic. Man should fight for the joy of it. To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake.
I do like his character. And I love how he's written. There's so much more to that, though, Zenos.
For we who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn.
Correct.
I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant. If you will accept me.
Neat trick. There's much more that I would ask. This is a very interesting decision for the game to actually put you through. But on principle, because at the end of the day, he is still a prince of the Garlean Empire, he will still fight for the Garlean Empire. Because he himself is mastermind to many, many things. No. I mean, it leads you to the same place.
And yet, in doing so, you prove me right. We are warriors. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end. You live for these moments, when all hangs in the balance. When the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. I live for them too! This is who we are, my friend! This is all we are! Mhigo and Doma, and call them all be damned!
So what's your next move? Gonna release it? To what end? What's up, Shinryu? Nice to see you after how many hours?
We tower above the gods! You by your gift, I by my might.
We are not the same. He is augmented. I had a feeling.
And before the resonance, the gods shall be made to kneel.
Which means that our scepter will work on him. Makes sense how he was able to shatter a barrier. And this is the Ascian fusion ability.
An ending to mark a new beginning.
You get back here. I'm not done with you. Get the fuck back here. You can't just give me a whole speech on fighting and run off. No, get back here. Train with him. I try to garm off him and to get some excitement out of it. And that's why I can't have a little bit of respect for Zenos. I can have a little bit of respect for him. No, he's really repositioning. It's gonna be a bitch to do his black mage. I already know. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited though. I'm ready. I need this. I've been itching for this. Those are lotuses or lilies? Those are lotuses, I think. Shameful hanging above the abyss, right? How convenient. Corrupted ether. Okay. We're at Leviathan 2.0. Got it. I guess, or technically, I guess more accurately, this is also Goddess. So there's AoEs. This gives me a chance to actually look at the arena. So Corrupted Ether is... trying to figure out that mechanic. Move with the party. Avoid that. Avoid that. So every attack's... no, so he does charge. Okay. Oh, and then we have to go to the corresponding... okay. So that's a barrier from that. Okay, so if it was ice, we'd have to go into a red one. All right. Middle. Love the tiny ones are called Ginryus. Fucking love it. Not even getting any big hits off. So that seems like it's a damage check. You have to kill the ads. Active time maneuver. Yeah, no, it was similar to Cruise Chaser. Hi, where the fuck is this? I'm about to eat that. About to eat that. Fine. I was able to avoid that. Russian critical mass. Three. It's actually a remix of the Doman theme, actually, which is kind of cool. There we go. Cool. That was a fun boss fight. It was a neat 2 phases. Definitely some progress gates there, though. Another cliffhanger. I feel like... I don't know. It's really hard to top Dragon Song is the thing. The Extreme is wild. I'm sure it is. I'll have to experiment with that one because that sounds like that'll be a fun time. No, what an insane boss fight. Plus, only died twice. Let it die a lot more. He is the one that's now face down. We overcame Zenos.
Are you all right? Zenos.
Oh, he's hurting.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real. So real.
Seppuku? Yep.
Coward!
Stop!
She's quick. I don't think she's that quick.
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
Where is he?
He's dead. By his own hand.
Had you been here 5 seconds earlier.
Then justice has been done.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
The lack of sound here is really good.
Forget him. The living have need of us now.
No, we need to take custody of his body.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
Because his body can still be propped up as a symbol by the Garlean Empire, so we need to actually take custody of his body.
You're right. Thank you. Without you, well, you know. So let's do it together. For Mhigo!
Yes, no, specifically martyrdom. Yes, that is why we need to not let his body just sit there. Because there will be a Garlean reaction to this. The prince of the Garlean Emperor slain. There will be a reaction to this. He wanted one good fight. Yeah, like I could see it having impacts on Dawn Trail, especially if we're coming back to more mundane affairs with it. It's an interesting closing sequence. Oh my god, I was half expecting the Soviet national anthem. What is my brain? What an end to base Stormblood.
In Crimson it began, and in Crimson it ended. And then we were free.
The ending sequence didn't go as hard as the Dragon Song did. Or, I guess, in base Heavensward, it didn't go as hard as, what was the end of base Heavensward? I can't remember. Was it Nidhogg? No, Nidhogg was 3-3. What was the end of 3.0?
What is freedom, really?
Yeah, Shinryu felt like a looming threat. But to be fair, Shinryu disappeared for half the expansion. And we returned to Ishgard. Oh, it was Thornton. Yes. I think it's hard just to match Thornton. Like, I understand why people... It has a different feel for it. It's not bad by any means. But it's different. it's a different story altogether. It might not have been the
We
people
may
the
be free
story
to live,
people
to
wanted,
live,
story people wanted.
to love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them.
But this is necessary for the
But in
continuation
the
of the Garlean Empire
we're
storyline.
defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us.
No, Stormblood is a
Even
very
Zenos
divisive
was
expansion.
once a
I will
baby
say
in a
that.
cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born one.
Mm-hmm.
20 years of Imperial rule have left Mhigo torn and bleeding.
Favorite zone? Yeah, probably the Azim Steppe.
It won't
Hard
be
to really
easy
say.
to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't.
Omega's going to be in post. It's in the subsequent patches. I had out of game knowledge on that one via discussion. Shinryu was dealt with in base. Omega's dealt with in post.
Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you.
Okay, Tamsin. No, the ending cutscene had a lot of offbeats. I could also say Thornton and Nidhogg, both in respective base and post Heavensward, had killer soundtracks.
The end of the Imperial province of Mhigo, and the rebirth of Mhigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Fordona didn't quite hit right. Shinryu's theme didn't quite hit right. It didn't quite hit the same as things like Sephiroth, as things like Final Steps of Faith, as things like Thornton. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just didn't quite hit that, and I can see why there would be contention on that. Best story, but it's still great. Like, there is a strong argument that this is going to be a very divisive expansion. Very much so. Very, very divisive as an expansion, and I can absolutely see. I don't think it was bad, though, and I do think that people don't give certain things credit where credit's due. Like Zenos, I mean, the stance on Zenos, oh, we just throw an enemy at you, and just, wait till he says stop, and then a cutscene plays. And, it's underlying story beats in that I was able to kind of glean into and, change some people's minds on even. However, just because I change your mind on something, or even don't change your mind on something, you're still allowed to say that it didn't quite hit the peaks of Heavensward. There are people in the comment section of videos that are just like, Heavensward is the best Final Fantasy content in years, and it's in an MMO. And I could absolutely see that. So, I mean, that being compared to Heavensward, it's hard. However, to be fair, and this is in fairness to anything that comes after Heavensward, for all intents and purposes, A Realm Reborn and Heavensward are two sides of the same coin. You can't have Heavensward without the extensive setup that A Realm Reborn did. You just can't. It's impossible. And you look at some of the class quests and stuff like that, right? You look at some of the realistically, the class quests is where I kind of draw a lot of that from. So, for instance, right, you have a Realm Reborn Black Mage, for instance, right? Black Mage's cast times kind of suck, right? They're good, they can swap between fire and ice, but what do they really do? Heavensward, what do they get? They get ley lines. They get, I'm trying to remember what else they get. But ley lines was the big one, right? 52 was ley lines. That was huge for actual function of Black Mage as a class. And there's other classes as well. I'm sure people with other classes jobs, they're going to be able to say, you know, yeah, post ARR, you know, they kind of fixed it. And I view them as complementary of each other. A Realm Reborn gave us the base game. It was a rough draft in reforging Final Fantasy XIV from what it used to be, from 1.0. Now we get to a Realm Reborn progresses, and we have our general standard classes and stuff. And then we get into Heavensward, which takes the ball with all the setup a Realm Reborn did, and it ran with it. But also, when I look at what skills jobs get, when I look at how things progress, it's how are they improving? And I would argue a Realm Reborn does about the first 2/3 of the setup for everything, and Heavensward does the last third of that, where you get classes that feel like they're finished, quote unquote, as they get to Heavensward late game content, right? Alexander, Pirates, you know, that whole Alliance raid series, right? Once you have access to your full 60 kit, it feels like the 60 kits fix a lot of things that the 50 kits don't have. So realistically, holistically, I think Heavensward should be treated as the flip side of the coin from a Realm Reborn. Both of them are required to make a greater whole. And Heavensward really, really goes hard. Now, we get to, this is the PS4 era, right? The PS4 era is, you know, it's new frontier in terms of technology, PC players, you know, I mean, I know they joke about, you know, console players holding the game back, you know, regardless of your stance on that, right? I mean, we had to set up Doma. We had to set up the Azim Steppe. We had to set up the Ruby Sea conflict. We had to go set up the Fringe. We had to go set up the section just before the final run. And then we had to set up the final run in Alamiga, right? We had to set up several of these zones in pretty quick sequence. And don't get me wrong, it's taking me hours to get through this, right? It's taking me a while. But it's doing so in a really decent chunk of time. Oh, it's changed over the years. Oh, has it? I've always been stuck between Heavensward and Shadowbringers. And which that being said, if it went from Heavensward directly into Shadowbringers, would Shadowbringers have necessarily had that impact? Would I look forward to looking into this. Would Shadowbringers have had as great of an impact as it did without the buildup of Stormblood? And I very much am interested to figure out the answer when I find, of course, that do the scene when I actually get to it. This was Lisa's struggle, not ours, compared to the previous expansion, which really made you care about the characters. In fact, my favorite character was Zenos during Stormblood speaks to the weakness of the other characters. There were characters I absolutely really loved in this. Lise just had a lot of character expansion, and she kind of needed, especially with how Heavensward ended, right? 3.55. She needed some characterization. She needed some purpose. And this also had brought into the fold our ability to deal with Alamigo and Ilberd forcing our hand. You know, I honestly was surprised we didn't see an Ilberd like opacity, like memory of Ilberd from Raban or anything like that. Ultron and the fact that set up stuff for later down the line. But because someone else would be able to do that. Made to be a standalone experience. And even I'm looking forward to experiencing that. Plenty of assistance both in queue skipping and taxi driving. That also cannot be understated. A lot of that travel time and queue skipping was cut. Like that, I will absolutely have to color my perception and review on that from a lot of that. I think that there's a lot of carrying. If you want me to actually throw some negatives out there, right? And these are more not like, oh, game bad, right? Some negatives out there. There was a lot of fucking traveling. Like there was a lot of back and forth. Yes, ARR had it. Heavensward had it. There was a lot of back and forth. Queue times, I'm assuming it's going to be a little easier because Stormblood is now up through the trial, because paid content, premium content specifically starts at Shadowbringers going forward. So Shadowbringers, Endwalker, Dawn Trail, etc. When we do get etc. I mean, also run into issues with Crystal Tower. I mean, I'm going to lock the Alliance raid, and I'm still going to hit Crystal Tower like, what, 7 out of 10 times? Easily. No, the Azim Steppe, I think there was a lot that happened, and I think this was a nice breather. It was a nice let off the gas, because Heavensward went ham into a lot of things. Like, Heavensward covered, we ended with Shinryu and Omega. We, 3.3, we had the final steps of faith with Nidhogg. We 3.4 was the Warriors of Darkness. There was a King Thornton and the original Azure Dragoon got covered at the end of base. We killed two Well, we killed one Ascian. Thornton killed the other. Heavensward did a lot. A lot. And I would argue it did. I think if I had to give it another critique, I think Stormblood does go on for a little too long, at least the base. It came out to be about roughly, 120 quests or something like that. But each of these quests had dialogue. Each of these quests had steps to them. And part of the issue, I mean, Heavensward, some of those quests went by pretty snappy, right? Like, you snap your fingers, like, pretty snappy. So I think that leads to a negative perception as well, because it just leads to an experience that feels like it's drawn out to a lot of people. Basic experience took a little longer for your right? Yeah. Suffered as error did to the medium being MMO, right? If this was, say, Final Fantasy Eorzea, right? Or Final Fantasy Eorzea Roman numeral 2, Final Fantasy Eorzea numeral 3. As a single player experience, do you think that it would have done better? I think potentially. I think possibly. I think that is a thing that you could potentially, bring up. I think that might hold merit, but what we're dealing with is in an MMO. And right, absolutely detrimentally, how long would I be sitting in queue times? How long would it take me to not have to deal with a lot of things, right? And I'd argue if you can go in with a friend, if you can go in with friend, viewers, people, community, acquaintances, what have you, and I think if you're willing to help each other out, get to places, right? Ferry people. I mean, I'll do community service at some point and start ferrying some new people. Like, I think that makes it a more streamlined experience, but otherwise it would already add to the bloat that I feel like I'm experiencing. Once again, not bad. I really liked it. I think the ending, it almost feels like it fumbled, and I think some people will say that the ending fumbled it a little bit. Once again, for some of the soundtracks and stuff for Dona, right? Where the soundtrack didn't hit. It just didn't do it for me. And even Zenos was interesting. Like, his was okay. Yes, the ending did feel like it was. It almost feels like a fumble is the word that I'm going to use. However, all I can do is just judge the base expansion here. I think that, and I think part of it was having to deal with the two fronts approach, because we had to deal with Alamigo first, and we got absolutely bodied by Zenos, which showed us how from a game standpoint, you're level 60, okay? You got to get to level 70 into this expansion to kill Zenos. What is the power gap between 60 and 70, right? From an out-of-game standpoint, you can absolutely argue that. However, we get bodied by Zenos. From a storytelling capacity, I liked it because it showcased how just weak we were, how unprepared for the wrath of Zenos they were. And I will stand by that. I think that the Zenos fight was great. I think all of them were pretty great. And Zenos imposing, he was an obstacle to overcome. He was a force of nature, a freak of nature, if you will. And a fellow, as Chad has worded the combat sexual. I find a kindred spirit in him a little bit. So we had to go push pause in the Alamigan conflict and kind of hand wave, we had some skirmishes here and there, but nothing. It's kind of remained a stalemate in favor of the Garleans. And we had to go all the way to the Far East. We went through Kugane, we went through the Ruby Sea, we entered Doma, we entered the Azim Steppe, and then we went back down to Doma, liberated Doma from Doma Castle. That whole arc, I felt, could have potentially even been base Stormblood. But the fact that we came back to Alamigo, I think at that point, to most people, to your average person, I think it will drag out a little bit. To me, who's invested, I'm still making calls and shit, right? Like, I'm still making, he's going to use the cannon. I'm invested, but I'm invested for literary reasons. And if I had to sit in queues and stuff, this would have taken way longer. Because, I'd be like, fuck this, I'm going to go play something else. I'm going to go play Destiny. Going to go play RuneScape. Going to go level my necromancy, right? That kind of thing. Going back and forth did break the pacing. I argue it's the best that they could do with what they had. Going forth to the first Xeno fight, pausing, going to the Far East, finishing the Far East, and then resuming Alamigo, I think was the best decision they had. However, it does kill pace because you back to Mhigo and you're like, oh, fuck, man, I get what we got to do this. And about Lakshmi was about when I thought. So from when we get back to Lakshmi, I think that was possibly where that should have ended. It's that we had not only Lakshmi, but after that, you know, we've had the past on the VOD channel, the past 2 VODs to get to the end of base Stormblood. So I think a lot of it, the pacing on that will kill it for a lot of people. Shinri was when Zenos, one of the Zenos should have ceased to exist, and last surprise would have been Shinri using Zenos as a mouthpiece. A similar thing as the ending to Zenos could be freed by the end and become so shaken we did. He wouldn't have, though. Zenos would not have. He would not have been shaken. He would not have been traumatized. If that situation were to pass, he would have remained Zenos, I would argue. Like, it wouldn't have shaken him. In fact, it might make his craving for power more. That being said, with the resonant setup, which is a lovely simile, right, to the echo resonance. It's, yeah, I got it. You know, the play on words, right? Like, that means it's interesting because, one, it sets up that artificial echoes, the resonant, can be created, can be imparted to people. And secondly, I feel this is going to have lasting implications going into Shadowbringers and even Endwalker. I don't know why it's called Endwalker. I know it's the moon. I know the trailer, dude steps on the moon. I've seen the moon. I know the Luna Tender, right? Luna Tender, my beloved. And one day, right? I'm aware that Shadowbringers and Endwalker exist. We've already established, as of the side content with the Warring Triad, that multiple realms exist. Also, the Warriors of Darkness and Hydaelyn also. They also support this statement. So I'm assuming Shadowbringers is going to take place in one of these other dimensions. Endwalker might have some more interesting stuff to do. I've seen Shirokami Fubuki play it. See the Garo Ninja. I don't know where that's going to end us. So. And I think part of it is that people are going to, rightly and probably assume we're going to be going back to kind of a Stormblood type expansion with Dawn Trail. As far as I'm aware, we don't really manage to know. I don't know. Someone in 655 is going to have much more context than I do in regards to how we're transitioning from Endwalker into Dawn Trail. And I don't need to know that. I'll get there when I get there. I'm making progress as I can. So I'm very curious where this is going to go, and it does set up a lot. It does a lot of building so they can go ham later. Like, I'm expecting Shadowbringer. It'll have probably the first fifth of it's probably going to be set up. Like, oh, why are we here? What are we doing? Oh, hi, Y'shtola, you're back. You got a new lovely outfit. You know, so you don't have bloodstains on this one, right? I know she gets a black outfit. But like, I'm assuming that it's gonna run pretty hard. Like, we've done a lot of setup. We've done a lot in this, and I don't know. I'd love to see if we even go back to. Wait, no. There is one thing. It's probably in post. On the Azim Steppe, the most western aetheryte, I don't have access to. So that's probably going to be post. Red of the Dark Knight questline is taking the lead from now on. I did like Frey's questline. I did like that. That was a very good questline. No, I mean, like, I see how people are going to view this as a weak expansion. I totally see it. Because the only echo holder, yes, there are more than just the signs of the Seventh Dawn that hold echoes, and that is established. So off screen, yes, we rip the echo out of somebody, rip the soul out of somebody, and impart it to someone else is what I got from that. Yeah, so the 16 6.55 will launch, and then which the VOD will have long been, you know, I will be in a further place than this once this actually goes live on the KIP TV channel. But yeah, we'll see where 6.55 leads us. They're probably gonna drop in a few JP Fan. Yes, no, I'm looking forward to JP Fan Fest. If there is a streamable option or substitute for that, I mean, I might do that. I would be very curious to see. We're also getting that class, which is going to be very interesting. Very consistent with patches. Math it out. Yeah, this is fair. This is fair. So this leaves us with post, and I'm assuming we have 5.5 again, right? We're going to have patch 1, patch 2. We're going to have 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. Yeah, we're in 3. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. And then that's going to finish whatever is in Stormblood. And then we're going to have 3.4, 3.5, which either are their own self-contained, like 2.4 was Warriors of Darkness, right? Are we in 4? AR was 2. Heaven's Ward 3. I'm sorry, 4. Thank you. So we're gonna have, after this, we got 4.1. We have 4.2 and 4.3. So 4.3 is gonna end whatever we're doing in Stormblood. 4.4, 4.5 are gonna be like 3.4 was Warriors of Darkness, and the 3.5 was ending with Omega, and well, no, that was 3.55. 3.5 was, I think, setting up Omega, right? 3.5 was, what was 3.5? Yeah, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. Well, we had 3.5, sorry, 3.5 and 3.56, right? Because 3.56 was, I'm pretty sure that was Shinryu Omega. So I'm wondering how this is going to go. Like, we'll probably try to do a patch stream depending on the length. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to do a single patch stream, and that's what I try to do. After the base, it becomes more manageable. Set it back in ARR. There was mention by, like, it was like Teleji, Adeleji, and stuff. Like, Omega was tossed around for a while. So I like that, I was actually surprised it didn't show up in, like, Shadowbringers. I'm surprised it showed up as early as it did. New player looking at a hefty download for all those expansions. Not really. I mean, 14 is what, 50 gigabytes? I don't remember how big it is. And for a long time, hell yeah. Well, hopefully it's going to be a good trip for you. Actual story ending in 2.3. Then after that's the next expansion setup. Endwalker doesn't. Interesting. So I'd be curious how the patch structure goes. Much as anything that mysterious aetherite in the Azim Steppe is for a daily quest tribe. Okay. So it's just beast tribes and stuff. Okay. Something Shinri at the end of 3.5. You Omega and okay, right. So 3.5 was Ilberd. 3.55 was Omega and Shinryu, which really actually did set up, I mean, it set up the Alamegan front, right? It set up the Alamegan conflict with Raban saying, I guess I'll take back Alamigo, because the opportunity was there. 90 gigabytes, yeah. But I mean, to be fair, yeah, I don't know. To be fair, it's still like, I can justify the download. I can justify the space. I can't justify the space for a lot of other things. But no, we had some cool things, get some cool things this expansion. We did get to see Estinian. We got to some of the class quests, actually. They got super cool things. What did Ninja get? Ninja got its weird summon scroll thing, so that's kind of cool. I think Samurai didn't it get its no, Meditate was Heaven's Ward. But this is also the end of class quests at this point, remember. So we are seeing the end of class quests as we know it. I would argue going into Stormblood, this is where modern Final Fantasy XIV starts to show, because it's different enough from A Realm Reborn, right? We've seen some quality of life improvements. We've seen some changes. Heaven's Ward was still kind of ARR-ish, if that makes sense, even though it was a very strong expansion. Stormblood, we're starting to see the modern game take shape. We notice that things are less like Thoradin. Things are less like, I guess even Nidhogg Extreme, right? And you saw with some of the laser fights and stuff, right? At the end of Heaven's Ward, how we do, not Griffin on the Wall. That was the cutscene name, or cutscene group. The Wall, Balzar's Wall, right? And how you have the mechs in there, and there's a lot of AoEs going off, and, there's just a lot more to worry about. And we noticed that with, what was it? Subject 24, right? Subject 24 swap between fire and ice and thunder, which is the entire Black Mage rotation. And then we get to see each fire has a bunch of triangles that are in a fan, and they start overlapping each other, so you have to watch your movement a lot more. And then you have the grid with ice, and then with thunder it's a big hit, so you need to make sure you're not stacking up. Like, we're starting to see movement that will become normalized in Shadowbringers and Endwalker and even Dawntrail start to pop up really towards the very end of Heaven's Ward. Yeah, it moves to roll quests, right? So we're starting to see the modern game take shape at this point, I would argue. I think when you look at someone like Nail, when you look at someone like Bahamut from Coils, they move differently than something like, I mean, even Alexander, too. Alexander Prime and Cruise Chaser, they move akin to each other. in Stormblood, we start to kind of break out of that. We start to break that mold, and we start to test the limits of things and stuff. What's his face? Hypertuned, whatever his face was, in Doma Castle in that duty, right? How many mechanics would he throw at you? How much did you have to actually watch yourself? How much do you have to actually shift around? And then you have to start getting used to certain game knowledge and stuff, right? Sorry, I know model broke. It's just things like that that I'm noticing. We are seeing the modern game start to show, and I'm very curious where they're going to take that and run with it. Because I actually, yes, a hypertuned Grinawa, I can't actually say his name. But yeah, you get what I'm saying, though. We're getting more mechanic heavy. We're getting more reliant on movement options. We're getting more, reliant on doing things. I hear it's a regular thing in Endwalker to just hit that sprint button to clear entire mechanics. What's happening? Repeat, please. Oh yeah, I was saying, I hope you enjoy your time. Hopefully it's a pretty easy task for you. Greenwall, yeah, I can see that. Readability is more than just waiting for the AoE marker. Yeah, right. I mean, we started seeing some of that. Like, was it tank busters? Not every tank buster has a red arrow in front of it. That's something that, going into tanking, I'm just gonna have to get used to. Yeah, no, it's agile. I get it. It was a good expansion, though, and it covered a lot. And I don't think it was the expansion that people necessarily wanted, but it's going to be required for setup. It's going to be required for setting up future actions and future interactions. So I'm very, very interested to see where this goes. I'm very interested to see how this ties into Shadowbringers and how this ties into Endwalker, and if Dawn Trail is going to be Stormblood 2 Boogaloo. I'm very interested in that. That's kind of my end of base game rant. Hi, Stinian. How you doing? How you doing?
Well, well, well. What a fine mess we've made.
You're so sassy. Hi. They are devoid of ether at this point in time, it looks like.
All but spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether.
For now. Is he gonna destroy them? Can he?
Still, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, actually. You can't. Okay, and they just dissipate. That makes sense. Interesting.
There ends your hateful legacy.
And now no one else can use the eyes. And yeah, Heavensward finally ends, yeah. So Needhog has been dealt with. You know what hasn't been dealt with? The dragons all in cryosleep on Dalamud that are going to dream Bahamut back into existence. We just forget about that from Coils? Gonna deal with those dragons, maybe? It's World of Warcraft. It's John World of Warcraft. It is over. Notices for your loss, a father should not outlive his son. Not down. Whatever. Mirror City. I don't know. I don't do lore. What nonsense. Ah, there he is. You do not mourn his loss. You surprised me, your radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I thought Dalamud was the sphere. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Oof. Someone's got daddy issues. Nor are the stars made to sustain false gods who sup on their very existence. Icons summoned by desperate savages who hearken to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Could you raise a hand against my Black Road brethren? I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same. Preservation, restoration. Compression, resurrection, all is in service to your one true God. And when this sundered shards are made whole, they place for us mere mortals. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will, your radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. Is he the first emperor? He can't be. Dalmachos are all but dead. The only things I thought they were still alive though. They were in cryo sleep. We killed the test subject in the center, but as far as I was aware, they were still alive. I'll have to get some clarification on that. We liberated Mhigo. Don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride and happy too. We did it. Father, Yida, Papalymo, Conrad, Mefred, Minfilia. We really did it. It feels like you have to stand here, listen to me mumble. And else will want to talk to you. You beat them after all. You're the real hero of the story, so run along and take your audits. Words. Oh, we did. Okay, so we shut down the life support system. Okay, so we did deal with it in coils. For you to best Zenos even after he had harnessed the power of a primal is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another. There is some small regret, perhaps. This is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Kip. Should we all? Zenos is a monster and a tyrant. The man who killed my father and countless other countrymen. The world is a better place from without it. Should also praise Master Alphen for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hakuro and the Lupin brothers. It was a timely event, Shania. Full, I'm glad to not be burdened with the guilt killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Okay, where else am I going? I'm assuming this is wrap up. I don't want to get into 3-1 quite yet, or 4-1 quite yet. After all we've been through, really should know better than to worry, but as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole at the Royal Menagerie was well nigh reduced me to tears. The warrior light victorious again. Shouldn't be surprised if some part of you did not come to resent the title and responsibility to accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero and accomplish heroic feats. That Dark Knight questline actually goes over some inner monologue and stuff for that. Warrior light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, the good you have inspired others to do. Natural born leader of men, all these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. Living victory to freedom, alas, not everyone could see the journey through its end, but history shall remember them and the glorious future they made when possible. Few enough probably won't have to worry about a summoning. I guess that's fair. We beat the bastards Mhigo. Got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's just hard for me, you know. Go to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it was not for nothing. That's finally over and they can rest in peace. Hear that, lads? Be all right. We'll be not again. Bleeding happy I could cry. Primary pursuits to die. Exactly. Near the hour, I suppose we'll have added Liberator to this dude. I love this man. He is the hype man. With the commander following the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender our forces of 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. Now the hard work starts. The people have had their fill of kings. There's no clear consensus of what sort of government they'd prefer instead. Indeed, Father, momentous as achievement this day is, the road which lies ahead is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. We can overcome 2 decades of oppression. I have no doubt we could find a way forward. Lieutenant, for helping me make this dream a reality. Post is going to be interesting. Being long distance to Skyrim, I'm not sure I want to push my luck on life that far. Right, and that's why technically story skips exist. But it gets you to, at this point, gets you to Endwalker, so you still have to go through all of Endwalker, and you'd have no fucking idea what's going on. Finish the rounds, great. In that case, I get to come back with me back to Rogger's Reach. That is a bird. One king, and he's the Burger King. Look, All I'm saying, don't fuck with the Burger King. Okay, Sneak King was a 10 out of 10 game of the year. I don't even know where to begin. Is that it? No, it's a cutscene. Whopper, whopper, double whopper.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we?
I want Burger King. Thanks,
Can't
chat.
thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment.
What do you mean all? It's just me. What do you mean? What's happening here? Okay, now there's people. Hey, Y'shtola. How you doing? How'd you get the blood out of that outfit?
Good. Good.
I want to know. I want to know what her secret was. Did she use bleach? Is that why the anime and manga is called Bleach?
Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it?
God, it's like a 15-year-old joke at this point, right?
I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right, because you're scions.
Trial is burning up. Alamigo's got to be hot.
Now, I'm obviously a scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo.
Why am I'm looking, it almost looks like Nero from Fate, almost. At least almost kind of looks like Nero, my beloved. Lemon juice and club soda, fair.
That, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official.
So, actually, because thanks for bringing this up, Rev. Thanks for bringing up Club Soda. Y'all ever heard of, what is it? Clover Valley Soda? Apparently, it's like a Dollar General value brand. How good is it? Like, I need to know. What a weird off-topic thing in this cutscene to discuss. I know. What is this Clover Valley brand soda? Like, I need to know. I need to understand. I need to know if I need to drink this, because this sounds quite amazing.
As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
No, that's fair.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Ha! Got him.
Oh, I didn't,
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after.
Never had the soda. The jelly is decent. The Clover Valley brand milk isn't bad if you're tight budgeted. Okay. This is like super value brand. Seems dank.
Is that not so?
I'm gonna let chat cover that one.
Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Y'shtola. Oh, God. I swore I wouldn't cry.
What's the meme? Well, yes, but also no. That's actually kind of the best answer. I'm really surprised that Y'shtola got all the blood out of that uniform. In the battle group. That's not a toddler, that is Kryl. She will kick everyone's ass. Zenos is lucky that she wasn't there. This is Zenos. Dawn Trail confirmed? Fimsh.
Come back here, you slippery little devil.
How?
To think fishing could be so difficult.
How the fuck did you make it out? That is quite impressive to survive, what was it, 3 shots?
What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet.
This fish's face is killing me.
Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
Man is actually just built different. Yes. She survived too. Really? What is your redemption arc gonna be? Or is this Dawn Trail? This can't be Dawn. There's no way this is fucking Dawn Trail. There's no way. That's gonna be post. That's gonna be post. There's no fucking way. This is gonna be post. Okay, this is just giving us like what we're gonna do in post. Because Omega is still under there. The work of another either Shinri or Omega. Since there's undeniably something out there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot be very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragging. Yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? Oh, hey, Jesse has come into the fold. We have it. We've done it. We have the trifecta. Comes the part where you say we've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees as this pet project here has lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Or financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. That before or after you blow up or seal it away. Fine, but at the moment, judge your little venture and unsustainable risks to the ironworks. I'm ending it, savvy. And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer mechanic. Oh, Nero, please. It's gonna be fucking Nero. Nero, please. You didn't. Sid, your boyfriend's here. Oh, I love these two. Oh, they go back and forth. He got them tassels on his boots. Mustn't build expectations too high. I'll be less dramatic when I surpass them. This is not happening. Oh, he's got the fucking shades. What the fuck? Nero tells Scava eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. Oh my fuck, please. Oh my god. Well, no, we know that Nero has potentially sus aspirations because of how he was treating Omega, and even treated, what was it? Treated Crystal Tower before this. So fell the hunter, what of the hound? So was the chill. Totally missed it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He do got those 2000 shades. And the years start coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. So I'm assuming that this is going to be... Yeah, this is the end of 3. This is the end of base. This should be the start of 3-1. I have escaped. You are correct. No one may find me. Yeah, so that's base Stormblood. No, so we're gonna... So tonight... And as of this VOD, we are effectively done. We are... yeah, it's 0.1, I figured. We are effectively done. Like, we are good for now. And then I will be trying to do a stream for the next. It's because of math. Fucking math. I'll go into the Gold Saucer. If anybody needs me there, I will be there in just a second because I got to actually hop over there. You're right. But if you were watching, thank you for watching. Definitely appreciate this. Over on the Kip TV channel as well, especially if you got this far, especially if you watch it. If you have been you know, enjoying my run through Final Fantasy XIV. The goal is I want to get through as much as possible. I was going to stop and make videos for Realm Reborn and stuff, but I feel that going back is the correct call, if that makes sense. I will go back. I will, you know, make content on respective things, if you will. I have things that I have ideas and scripts that I want to work on and stuff. But alas, so let me know what your thoughts are, I guess. Did I change minds here? Did I not change minds? Did I end up, you know, meeting people's exceptions? Did I exceed people's expectations? What's your thoughts on me going into post? You know, I guess all that fun stuff in the comment section down below. And I will see you all in the next one.